Hey there, it's Dorleen. Welcome to my channel and my creative life. Today I'm participating in a Instagram and YouTube hop for a Rainbow Crush, and this month color is pink. And you can probably already tell that just from looking at what my desk looks like. So I'm scrapbooking pictures of when we did a gender reveal for my third granddaughter. And as you can tell, it's a girl, and plus I said granddaughter. But I thought it was a perfect time to use pink. So I pulled out some embellishments, pulled out these stickers from Echo Park. I bought these when they had them on sale. I originally just bought the stickers, and then months later I bought the kit, and it's called Baby Girl. And the thing that's really cool is there's a completely different sticker layout or page with the paper. So I was really excited about that. So I got two really great sticker packs or sheet of stickers for this one scrapbooking kit. So anyhow, I pulled out some papers that I liked. I really only used one paper, and it's this really pretty floral that I'm going to show you in a second, and also the background, which was the green polka dot. I liked using the green because I thought that added a little bit more color than just the pink. But originally I was trying to figure out, okay, how am I going to fit 3 4x6s, plus I have these 4 smaller pictures. Now, what I did to get those smaller pictures is I actually went to Instagram, and when I was creating a story in the most part, and then I changed the grid to 4, I added all 4 of those pictures, and they bought the type of piñata that you pull, and then eventually whoever pulls the right string, you know, the pink or the blue comes out. And so I have my 2 other granddaughters and my daughter and my husband who are up there pulling. And anyway, so let me get back to the Instagram thing. So I created with my story with the 4 pictures, and then you can save it if you click on the dots in the corner and you hit save. And then I didn't continue with the story. I just kind of backed out, but then I had that saved. So that's what I printed. I hope that makes sense. Now I could have gone to my local film or photo developing place, which I usually go to Walgreens, but this worked out perfect, and I was able to print these at home. And so when I talked about getting those 3 4x6s on the one page, I ended up I'm going to use a flip flap so that you see where they're, we don't know what the baby is, and then it's my other 2 granddaughters' reactions, and then the actual reveal. So even though it's pretty obvious it's a girl, but it still kind of makes it kind of fun, I think. So what I did is that flower piece of paper, or the floral piece of paper, I cut that 5.5 by 12, and then I cut the green to 1.5 inches. And I'm just going to layer it like this. I'm really trying to tuck in these smaller pictures, because I thought that looked kind of fun, just something a little different. I don't normally do that. And I'm just trying to work it out to where you can see the person, or the majority of the person. Not necessarily need their toes or anything like that, because it's really more of them just showing the tug. I have a whole bunch of 4.25 by 6.25 pieces of paper that I keep up on my desktop, and that was one of them with that white one that I put down. So I am going to mat the photo that I'm actually adhering to the main layout. So I'm still kind of just working out, trying to figure out, okay, what am I going to do? Where am I going to put embellishments? Where am I going to put a title? What title? All that stuff. So I did cut out one of those boxes that say it's a girl, and you just saw me pull it off a second ago. I decided I didn't want that to be the title, because again, I kind of wanted to seem like a surprise with that flip flap. So I took that away. I do end up printing cutting a title from a Cricut, and I'll show that later. But so when I was putting these strips on, I realized I still needed to tuck in those photos. So you saw me kind of using my ATG gun, kind of wonky on that right hand corner, because even though I do want adhesive there, I didn't want it all the way to the top, because I still want to tuck those in. So I tried to remember where I had them or how I had them. So I'm looking at that. Okay, looks fine. And then I think, it needs something else. So I grabbed a paddle brush, grabbed I think it's called Regal Rose or something like that. I have a lot of Stampin' Up pads that I've had. Some of them I've had since 2001, and they still have some ink on them, and they're still pretty juicy. Now some of them you have to work a little harder, and I've actually thrown some out, but for the most part those ink pads last forever. So that's why you see the older style with the Stampin' Up inks. This is Color Splash from Fun Stamper's Journey, which are no longer in business. I believe Spellbinder bought them, and then I don't think they remanufactured these products, but I love them. And I'm running low on a lot of these colors. But you know what? It is what it is. If you don't have something like this, you could definitely use like ink, sprays, watered down paint. I mean, just whatever, right? But I really love the idea of the pink splash because, again, adds a little bit more excitement and something else going on in that just solid pink background. So I just, again, put some adhesive in the back of these photos, tuck them in where they belong or where I feel like they belong. And even as an afterthought, I probably should have matted these photos as well because in a sense they kind of get lost within each other. But I think if you looked really closely, you can definitely tell that there's 4 different photos and not just either 2 or one photo. So let's see. Now I'm going to look at the sticker sheets. So I decided to put this banner thing. I'm going to put them on both corners, a bigger one on that left side and then a smaller one on the right. So you could probably tell that I was putting them down and I thought, ooh, I don't like the direction it was going. I was trying to move it a little bit. Well, that thing like stuck hard. Like these are either really strong stickers or the paper is has too much fiber because they peeled up the paper. So I just left them as is. I'm adding some flowers to kind of hide where those torn pieces looked. And, you know, they're flowers, so they look really great. This one was a little bit easier to pull off, which I was surprised over there on the right side. But anyhow, it did what I wanted it to do. I do end up using a black pen and just kind of making it look like that's the string and some like bows on the ends of each of the corners. So that's another little, it's a little fun thing. I like using kind of like unexpected marks and things like that. This is about as mixed media as I get on my scrapbooking layouts, which is really kind of funny because I love mixed media and I love it in my art journal, but I rarely do it in my scrapbooks or anything like that. Weird. I don't know. It's just me. So here's the final reveal and also the baby's name. And I wanted to put a It's a Girl sticker. If you saw me earlier, you saw that bigger one that I end up using, I kind of looked at it and thought, oh, it's too big. I don't want it. But the other one was way too small. And so I went back to this one and I actually do like it a lot better. So that's going to be on the photo that is actually adhered to the layout. If you've ever used flip flaps, then you know that that photo will get covered. And then the cover that you want to show people, or excuse me, the picture that you want to show people will be in the flip flap. So hopefully at the end you'll be able to see that a little bit better. And if you need a tutorial on flip flaps, I have a lot of different videos where I've used them. So you could just go to my scrapbooking playlist and look for those. And I'll try to see if I can link them. I have a hard time remembering all those little things. But this will be on my blog, which I'll have a link in the information box. Also in the information box will be all the details of this particular Rainbow Crush hop. And it's done every month. And we just started in January. January was blue, I want to say. Yeah. And this one's pink. So, hey, there you go. Baby colors. But, and I'll have information on how you can join if you're interested in that. So that's a little trick there that I just showed you. That sticker, for some reason, was not 12 by 12. So I knew it was going to be covered with that photo. So you saw me just kind of clip it and then move it over a little bit, and nobody is the wiser. And little sneak peek on my little nerd clusters that I was gifted. I got a bunch of different snacks for Christmas because that's one of those things that I asked for because, when you're older or an adult in general, like you got everything you want. So when my kids or anybody say, what do you want for Christmas? I say, just buy me some snacks for the craft room. And they always come through. So anyhow, snacks are always a good thing. But there's the title I was talking about with the Cricut. And I always lay it out first before I start laying or putting on the adhesive. It really does help me because there's been plenty of times where I know where this goes. And then I put adhesive on the wrong side. It's the goofiest thing, but it happens every time. So I always lay it out first. And then I'll go ahead and put some liquid adhesive. I use my tweezers. I have my little pickup tool over there on the right, which I didn't end up using, which was fine. Most of the time I just use my fingers because that is my favorite tool. That's my best tool in the craft room, I always say. But anyways, there I am just putting it all together. I really was trying to find a blue that matched those flowers, but the flowers were almost like I don't want to say teal because teal, when you think of teal, it seems bright, but it was like a grayish color blue, I guess. I don't know. But you know what? It wasn't that important because, again, it was all about the pink. We're all about the pink this month. But I do hope you decide to join the hop because there's so many great scrapbookers. And I love all these people that are kind of like how I am. I mean, we're doing our thing in our craft room. We're not, making money. We're not, crafting for, all these big manufacturing vendors, but we still come out with some really good content, really good tips. I feel like I always learn a little something from everybody every time, and I love that because sometimes it's like a duh, like how did I not know that? I mean, I've been scrapping since 2000. How do I not know to do XYZ? And somebody mentions it, you're like, hey, that makes sense. It's just so weird. But anyhow, again, make sure you go down to the information box to follow along with the hop. And again, this is called the Rainbow Crush, and it is hosted by the Paper Snob, and she'll be also on that link as well. So I decided to go through to the sticker sheet and just find some sticker embellishments because why not? My daughter-in-law loves giraffes, so I stuck with the mother and daughter giraffes first. And then I just started saying, okay, what else can I do? I'm looking at the stickers. I didn't want a lot of the stickers with words because most of them were about, baby girl this, baby girl that. And again, it's still a secret, even though, you got to be pretty blind not to know this is a girl. But so I just kind of stuck with generic kind of baby stuff, like, the stork holding the baby bundle. Here's a mother and baby, ducks or swans, goose, whatever they are. But this paper line from Echo Park is so cute. Every so often, when they have their warehouse sales, I try not to buy because you know how it is. We don't need nothing. But then you always find something like, oh, but I do need that. And I actually did need some pink baby stuff because I didn't have a lot of baby stuff. And I still have my granddaughter's pictures or layouts to make, and I need baby pink stuff. So that was justified. Now, I won't tell you what else I got because none of that other ones was justified. But that's okay. You got to treat yourself every once in a while. And then once I did that, I was really happy. Now, there's not going to be any journaling because basically it's a gender reveal. I don't feel like it needs much journaling. I mean, I did put on the bottom of the mat just, gender reveal. And this was done in February of 2023. The baby was born in July. But so I kept it, like I said, very simple. Added some more stickers just to kind of make it more fun, I guess. Added some enamel, hearts, and some crosses. And now I'm just using my black fine point pen to add some stitch lines, just again to add a little something. Nothing major. But I hope you like this video. And if you do, give me a thumbs up. And if you're not already, hit that subscribe button. I do post 2 videos a week. One is always scrapbooking. The other is whatever it is I'm creating in the command center because I do live a creative life and I absolutely love it. Thank you again so much for watching. Make sure you hop along and bye.